Bonjour, comment allez-vous? Hello, how are you? Welcome back to my YouTube channel and friend with Anubhav. If you have already subscribed to my channel, press the bell icon to get the latest updates. In today's class, we are going to start with a new topic, active and passive voice in French. And this is the part 1 of this topic. Now, I have been planning about doing this topic since so long, and today, finally, we are starting with active and passive voice. Brief disclaimer that active and passive voice, of course, we won't discuss all the tenses in a single video because it's a very vast topic. I will be dividing the whole topic in numerous subparts. So today is the part 1 where we are discussing about present tense only. Okay, present tense of French only. Other tenses in my future uploads. Okay, and we will also discuss about what is active and what does active voice mean, what does passive voice mean, to familiarize with the topic. Right. So I guess we can begin with the discussion. First, we shall know what does these two mean. Right. So active voice asserts that the person or thing represented by the grammatical subject performs the action represented by the verb. You want an example? I am writing a sentence, okay, to make things a bit clear. Where is it? Yes. Here's the example which I took. Oh yeah. This is the example which I will discuss later in the video. The example which I am to discuss now is written on this page. Right. Les touristes visitent land. It's India, okay, in French. So the tourists visit India. Let's read active voice's definition again. Active voice asserts that the person or thing represented by the grammatical subject performs the action represented by the verb. Okay, so the grammatical subject is what? Here, les touristes. Les touristes is the subject of the statement, of the sentence, right? They are doing the action. Action is of what? To visit, right? Les touristes visit land. Simple. This is your active voice. Now let's convert it to what? Passive voice. Land est visité par les touristes. India is visited by the tourists. Before going to the nitty-gritties of the statement, let's read the definition of passive. It means it makes the subject, person, or the thing acted on or affected by the action represented by the verb. In other words, in passive voice, subjects act as the recipient of the action. Subject was here, les touristes. India is visited by the tourists. So this tourist in this statement is acting like the recipient of this action to visit. Right? And India comes in front as the subject, you can say, right? Land est visité par les touristes. India is visited by the tourists, right? Active voice was what? Subject carries out the action designated by the verb. Very easy. Here's the subject. It is carrying out the action which is to visit India. Simple. But in passive it was what? This subject has become like a recipient of this action. Right? Land est visité par les touristes. By the tourists. Right? Rather the subject here becomes land, if I am not wrong. Right? India is receiving this action. No, India is visited by the tourists. Okay, so India has become the subject here and it's receiving the action. The action is what? To visit. Right? Fine. Next thing which we were to discuss about was the formation. How to form Active and passive. See, active voice is very easy. No need of some additional knowledge. Active voice is simply your verb conjugated in the present tense. To be noted, we are discussing about only present tense in today's video. Okay, present tense and how its passive voice is done. So simple present tense conjugation, nothing different. Okay. Present tense conjugation, right. And when we are converting this to passive, from active to passive, what are we doing? First, enters present tense conjugation in agreement with the subject, with the changed subject, right? Here the subject was plural, hence we conjugated the third person plural, the verb was conjugated as third person plural, right? Now the subject has become land, which is first person singular, right? First person singular, so the verb will be conjugated in first person singular. So land et visiter par les touristes. Visiter is what? Visiter, the verb visiter, which means to visit. The past participle of visiter, right, is visiter. Visiter even et acute accent, accent aigu, right? Now whenever there is etc, as the, you can treat it as the auxiliary verb, whenever there is etc, we follow the agreement, right? We follow the verb agreement. Now when the subject is feminine, there will be extra e. Feminine plural, es. Simply masculine plural, only an s. This is what we do, right? So land being feminine, we add an extra e because here is ether. Okay, we have ether here. So you can learn this passive. Well, you should not learn like this, you should learn in this way only, but you can, to memorize things, you can just learn it the way that if we are to convert from active to passive, we simply do passive composé. Okay, of course this change takes place. I'm just talking about the verb section. Okay, I'm just talking about the verb to remember what form of verb should be there. Okay, simply do passive composé of the verb, of course in accordance with the changed subject, and the passive composé, the auxiliary verb will be always ether. Okay, auxiliary verb will be always ether, and then you follow the verb agreement which is there to be followed when ether is the auxiliary verb. To be noted, it's only for the case of present tense. Okay, no other case. Passive composé, imparfait, futur simple, they have their own ways of converting from active to passive, which we will be discussing in the future. Rather, better forget it. Okay, better forget this ether passive composé thing, that treat it like that, because you may commit mistake in switching the subject and then conjugating. Okay, just remember, subject gets switched. Okay, there are some impersonal sentences as well, which we will be discussing in today's video. Subject gets switched, the verb is first we conjugate ether in the present tense in accordance with the new subject, then we add the past participle of the main verb, and then followed by the verb agreement. So this was your example for active and passive. तो एक्टिव पैसिव क्या होता है वो फिर से डिस्कस कर लेते हैं. एक्टिव वॉइस में होता है वेट. एक्टिव वॉइस सब्जेक्ट कैरीज आउट द एक्शन डेजिग्नेटेड बाय द वर्ब. ठीक है, जो सब्जेक्ट है वही वो एक्शन कर रहा होता है. ठीक है, जो वर्ब सिग्निफाई, जो वर्ब डिनोट करता है वही एक्शन कर रहा होता है सब्जेक्ट, राइट. पैसिव में क्या होता है, जो सब्जेक्ट होता है that subject acts like a recipient, वो एक recipient बन जाता है उस action का. Example क्या था, India is visited by the tourist, India becomes a recipient of the action, right. So this was your active and passive. Example हमने discuss कर लिया, अब हम कुछ और examples discuss करेंगे. Les parents encouragent ses fils. Oh, sorry, wrong adjective possessive. Leur fils. So the parents encourage their children, their child, son. Okay, I am writing it as a singular one. Okay, son. Fine. So this was active. Make it to passive. Leur fils est encouragé par les parents. From active to passive, sometimes we need to, majority of times, we need to use a preposition like par or a or the to introduce the uh, subject at the end. Okay, so their son is encouraged by the parents, right? How did we do? Subject switched, right? Leur fils, singular, so address present tense conjugation in accordance with the new subject, right? Past participle of the main verb. No agreement because it's masculine singular. Parle parents. Could have been this question as leur fille, their daughter. Then, of course, this will also change. Leur fille est encouragée with extra e. Could have been. It like this. Leur fille. Feminine plural. Then, leur fille. Simple. So you need to take care of the verb agreement. You need to specifically look at the new subject. Okay, based on that, you will do the verb agreement. Fine. Number 2. Nos amis parcourent toute la France. Toute la France. Fine. So, do we note it? A few examples I have taken from G. Moget textbook. Cours de la langue et civilisation française by G. Moget, volume 2, recommended by CBSE board for 11th and 12th. Nos amis parcours toute la France. Parcourir, the verb, means to travel in this context. Okay. So nos amis parcourent toute la France. Our friends travel the whole of France. Passive would be what? The whole of France is traveled by our friends. Right. So, toute la France est address conjugation in accordance with the new subject, which is singular, singular for third person singular. A parcouru, the past participle, added an e, toute la France, feminine singular, right? A parcouru, par nos amis. Easy, right? Let's take another example. The third one is, okay, this one. Fine. La route traverse de nombreux villages. I hope that's what the statement is. Yes. Right. Now, here from active to passive, plural became singular. But it's not necessarily all the time. It depends from sentence to sentence. The road crosses numerous villages. Okay? Numerous villages are crossed by the road. Right? So it could be from singular to plural conversion as well. Moreover, when you translate it, say you are well versed with active and passive English, and then when you translate it, you get the hint. Right? For example, here, the route crosses numerous villages. The route crosses, present simple, right? But here, numerous villages are crossed, crossed, past, right? Are the past participle. Numerous villages are crossed by the road. See? So, sometimes translation also works. Nombreux villages sont, third person plural, sont traversés. I guess only an S should be added. Yeah. Par la route. Okay, fine. This is your active, this is your passive. now we have what? In some sentences, in the case of active and passive, it's not necessary that every time we are using the pronoun par, P-A-R, par, which means by. Okay, let's take a few examples. Before that I have another example where there is par. Fine, no problem. So professor, okay, let's do it now other way around. First let's write this thing, what, passive, and then convert it back to active. Okay, so professor A détestait par les étudiants. Let's change it. Les étudiants becomes the subject here, right? Now they will do the action. Instead of Sir Professor becoming the recipient of the action, in active, this subject, les étudiants, they will be doing the action. So les étudiants détestent. Third person plural conjugation, déteste Sir Professor. Okay. Fine. I could have taken some more examples where there's no par. I have taken only 2 sadly, but okay, no problem. Anyways, we are going to discuss a lot of things in active passive videos. So in those videos I can take sentences where par is not there. I mean, we can take a few more sentences. Okay. Toutes les personnes apprécient l'idée. Fine. Toutes les personnes apprécient l'idée. Everyone, all the person appreciated the idea. L'idée est très appréciée. Simply past. Okay, très apprécié. Très apprécié. Fine. So, when the subject is not exact or accurate, it's in general. Okay. It's not necessary that you need to write par toutes les personnes or par le public or par tous les gens or par tout le monde, right? It's not necessary to write that. Fine, you can simply skip it. You can simply say the idea was very much appreciated. Simple. And now I guess I have the last example for the impersonal on. Right. Now we are going to discuss for on the impersonal subject pronoun. We have on. On fait beaucoup de gâteaux ici. One makes or we make a lot of cakes here. Ici. Wait, it's not clear. Okay, ici. Beaucoup de gâteaux, sauf ici. Beaucoup de gâteaux se font ici. In this case, you do the passive using se. Se is what? The reflexive pronoun for third person singular and third person plural. Right, so using that, you can do the passive, and then this is the conjugation with the gâteau, a lot of cakes, right? Third person singular, so form. With this, we complete active and passive voice in French part 1, where we discussed only for present tense, mind it. Next video of active passive, most probably I will be discussing passive composite. Okay, so stay tuned. C'est tout pour aujourd'hui. That's all for today. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel on Anubhav. And if you have any doubt or suggestion, you may write that in the comment section below. You may also like my Facebook page by the same name, Anubhav. See you in my next video. Thanks for watching. God bless you.